welcome to the Late Night
GAG.
GAG. Tonight we're going to talk about a great man and pay tribute to this great man, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who did great things for us as Black African Americans today. Titan, how do you feel about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
Dr. Martin Luther King had a great dream. He had a vision. His vision has inspired many of not just the African American race, but as far as this nation to want to do something with themselves. I admire him so much because of everything that he's done to make just this African American community as one.
Just one of us.
Just one.
So do you feel that it's just so
I
emotional?
transpire so many characteristics of him because I'm very outrageous.
You're outrageous.
I'm very voluptuous as my speaking availabilities.
What was that word again?
Voluptuous.
Who?
Voluptuous.
Voluptuous.
As my speaking availabilities, I'm very humble.
Humble.
I'm very dedicated.
Dedicated.
Responsible.
Responsible.
Trustworthy.
Trustworthy.
There's so many words I can use to describe myself as well as to describe who Martin Luther King was as well.
That's great. That's great. Sapphire. Dr. Martin Luther King was a man who believed that we all should have one sound, one voice, and walk together and hold hands and be united as African Americans.
Overcome. I'm sorry, I flashed.
Look, she on the March on Washington singing "We Shall Overcome." So, what have you overcome in your life that you can say Dr. Martin Luther King made that happen in your life?
Oh, I think my biggest accomplishment for me was finding my own manhood and finding who I was as a person. And I am young, so I'm still learning myself. But when I discovered my sexuality, it devastated me because I didn't want to be this way, and I felt.
Now I had to laugh at you, girl, because I don't think Dr. Martin Luther King had nothing with you coming out again.
Listen to what
That's
I'm
what I
saying.
asked you, girl.
Listen to what I'm saying. It devastated me, and it made me feel like I was less of a man. It made me feel like I could not be a leader.
Okay.
It made me feel like I could not, I couldn't be somebody.
Why did it make you feel like you couldn't be nobody?
Yeah, like I said, I was young and I was depressed, and when
Just young and stupid, basically.
basically. But when I
Totally
think
understandable. Totally understandable. We see why.
When I think about
Exhibit A.
Look, girl. That when I think about his works and what he did and how he stood and fought for what he believed in, it inspired me and it made me want to be someone because I felt like I can't disappoint his legacy by making nothing out of my life. I have to do something positive and I have to, be who I am.
While you're speaking on that, what are you doing now that transpired you to be as Martin Luther King, or something that you're doing now that has instilled in you that helped make your world a little better?
Well,
either or. That goes for both of y'all.
Oh, well, I feel right now in my life, I am taking the steps to be a better individual, to better myself, and not be afraid of things. I've been so afraid of just being myself sometimes, where I let people just talk to me, just push me back, just push me back, just push me back. But I had to be 5 steps ahead of them. I had to say, no, get out of my way. I can overcome anything. And I believe that Dr. King just showed me that, okay, Richard, you don't have to be afraid to be who you are. Be your own person. Be your own trendsetter. Set your own trends. Just be who you are. And so I can just say thank you, Dr. King, for just giving me so much positive energy, so much positive encouragement, because he was a very encouraging man. He always spoke from his heart and his mind, and he spoke truth. Couldn't nobody tell that man to be quiet. You told him to be quiet, and he got louder. And that's how I am. Sometimes I can be a little quiet, but I promise you, at the end of the night, you're going to know who I am.
And what about you?
And so that's how I feel.
Well, what I'm doing to make sure that I uphold his legacy is I'm first educating myself because, education was something that he fought for equal.
Can you talk a little louder?
Equal education was
Thanks.
something that he did fight for, so I'm educating myself. Secondly, I'm trying to be a role model to others. We're doing this show here, trying to reach out to our community that is, doing good things, but there are a lot of people in our community who are struggling and who still are stuck in a place of confinement and they're not trying to look for a way out. So, that's another thing that I'm doing.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Do you
So,
it was brought to my attention one time in a question answer response. Do you know that more people tune in to anything that's on the internet, as far as things that are on TV, and not tune into people of their peers or an individual that's close to them for feedback, as far as guidance, as far as a general conversation or anything dealing with their upbringings?
Well, I think some people our age in our community are very afraid to go to their own peers and tell them certain things because they think their peers are going to always judge them or always tell them what they don't want to hear. Which is nothing wrong with being judged by your peers and hearing something that you don't want to hear because I feel when your peers judge you and they tell you what you should hear, it makes you a better person. Instead of me going out to Sally and Tom and asking Sally and Tom, they don't know shit about me or nothing about me, and just tell them whatever and I run with what they say. When I could have came to you, oh Titan, you're my friend, you're my mentor, I look up to you, and you gave me this and showed me this. How do you feel? And what you tell, I get mad at you because you told me the truth.
But
But
you know,
I go,
actually, the truth sometimes hurts.
but
It does. It hurts you then, but it takes time for you to realize that that person wasn't trying to hurt
hurt
your
you,
feelings.
right?
They were trying to help you.
Right.
And a lot of people that are young, a lot of people, it ain't really just the young ones. Excuse me, it's some of the old ones too. But just people in general, if they stop, listen, and evaluate what someone's telling them, their life will go like this.
well, it's not
Easy.
always what you say. Sometimes it's how you say it, and oftentimes, especially in this lifestyle, and the peers that we do grow up around can sometimes try to make themselves feel like they are have some type of leverage over you, or
Right.
you confide in them.
Right.
They
I
try to turn
totally
it
agree.
around in a way, or sense to read you, or try to make you like
Well, that
less
actually
of a
reflects you.
person.
Because it's usually was said it was a bird of a feather flocks together. So if you need some guidance or you need some positive feedback, why would you go with a bird that you flocking with? Go with somebody that doesn't
Because
flock with your feathers.
we were talking about going to people that are within your peers, and sometimes when you don't really know who's for you until you start going down. So somebody who's with me in my upbringing, when I start going down, you might tell me something that I don't need to hear, or something that may hinder me, or something that'll bring me even further down because all you wanted was, you know, that leverage to step above me anyway.
Well,
And I might not have
if
known
it's one
that.
of your birds that you flocking with, they should see you going down and be able to help you go back up. We are all birds. We're flocking together. All three of us, we flock.
When,
And if I was to see you going down an individual, I'm going to help you get back where you need to be.
right.
I'm not going to let your leverage go from here to down here.
Unfortunately,
I'm going to make sure your leverage is here but goes here.
unfortunately, everybody does not have the opportunity to flock with people that will have their best
Because they're so
interest.
judgmental.
Right.
Why are our peers so judgmental towards each other? Why us as black African Americans in the gay community, why we always want to attack? That's the first thing you see. Oh, he's doing that. Oh, I'm going to do it better. Why can we, oh, let me help him. Let me help her. Let me show this. Let me give her some advice. But other than that, we always go, oh, no, I'm going to get it first. Oh, no, it's my turn. Oh, no, well, let me get right here. Oh, no, let me get right there. Why?
Because it's just people are jealous and everybody wants.
It's envy.
Everybody wants to be.
It's those haters.
Everybody wants to
My
be.
father had haters.
Yes.
My mother had haters.
Did.
What makes you think we won't have haters?
We do.
Dr. King had
He
haters.
had them.
A lot of haters.
He wasn't the only one. Rosa Parks, she had haters.
Frederick Douglass had haters. George Washington Carver had haters.
Yes.
Abraham Lincoln had haters.
Yes.
Obama got haters.
Oprah Winfrey. Haters.
Haters.
Wait a minute. Don't nobody hate on Oprah Winfrey.
No, people do hate Oprah.
Yeah, they do.
Ooh.
Some people don't like what Oprah be saying, and they
I
don't
was
like
telling
the
people
artists that
to
she
watch,
portrays.
you know, she have a new network, her own network. I was telling people to tune into Oprah and watch her. I don't like Oprah.
Because Oprah ain't real. She fake.
No.
Oprah is real.
Oprah
No,
I
fake.
think that
she's genuine. She
She
is.
is genuine.
She's herself.
Oprah kicked ass.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
No.
Hold on.
Oprah
Whoa,
kicked
whoa,
No.
hold
No,
on.
You can't talk. No.
You ain't not about to sit here and talk about
Okay,
Oprah
it's all
Winfrey.
about-
I know. I don't know what the hell I want.
Hold up. Wait a
After
minute.
she said on her show, May 27th in 1996. You can type it in on the YouTube. And after that, man, that lady told me that she didn't see God, but a man who sat on a pedestal, I will never like her.
Hold on. That was her personal opinion. You cannot judge her by her personal
Yes, I
opinion.
can.
That's her religious
Well,
That's
belief.
I
her,
know
she
is-
got issues.
all I know
I don't
is-
like her.
No.
I don't like her.
No.
December 2011.
She ain't got no haters. You hate-
December
you be hating on Oprah?
2011.
No.
December.
I heard you got some haters.
I got a lot of them. But
I heard you got haters.
Girl, let them hate, girl. Look at me, of course.
But Oprah?
Hey, girl. But December 2011.
Oprah ain't got no haters.
She do.
December
Oprah,
2011.
now wait, I know what she got. I know what she got some hoes who wish they was like her, because I sure do.
You envy her.
I don't envy her.
You don't envy her?
No.
So you're not one of those haters?
I want to write her and tell her to let her go on her show.
So Oprah
She don't
inspires
have no more,
you.
girl. We gotta go on her network.
Oprah, to think she does inspire me.
Okay, so
To be honest, now don't get me wrong, I was just having a little moment, you guys.
okay.
Oprah does inspire me because she has touched so many people's lives, and she's not afraid to give back to her community. She's not afraid to walk on the streets of Chicago, the streets of Brooklyn, and just reach out. She's not afraid to fly to Africa and donate so many thousands of dollars to help those kids receive medical work. And you don't see a lot
So
of
Oprah
African
is
Americans.
an activist of this great
Right.
nation.
She is.
Right,
Okay.
and she
In her- in
and
her-
she
in
has
her
set
own
a
right.
pace for herself.
In her own right.
She's her own
She's
individual.
her own individual.
She has built a bridge.
a bridge. Girl, she got
She
a
was
great
doing
wall.
everything.
A great wall.
A great wall.
In
Okay.
her own right, she honestly has just as much of a legacy, or will have just as much a legacy,
As
if not
Dr.
even more,
King.
as Dr. King will. And like I was saying, in December 2010, when she was announcing how she is going to have a new network and all that, what really, really made me love Oprah so much is that she said that her prayer to God is, God, use me until you use me up.
Right.
And as long as God is using her, she's always going to be successful. She's always going to be, at the best that she can be. And that's just the message that I think that she tries to convey to everyone. Be the best you that you can be. If it was not for her, half of this country wouldn't even be reading. She inspired, because of her book club and all of that, she inspired so many people to pick up a book and
actually
read.
read. And don't get me wrong, I was just playing about Oprah saying about God on the pedestal. She just said she don't believe in some things that we all believe in. She have her own belief. She has communication with God. That's between her and the Lord. So don't get me wrong, I was just having a little fun, because I know how y'all can be judgmental. So don't judge me. I was just having a little fun with my cast members. Just
In the Bible speaks about.
right.
It's in the Bible. I quote.
See, the word will speak up on
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. It says, "Judge not,
Judge.
and ye be not judged." See, some of you are judging us as individuals because we have this show.
Mhm.
But why are you judging us? And we're educating you. We're helping your life. So judge not,
And that's
and
what we
ye
do.
be not judged.
And that's what we do here at the Late Night Gag.